Finger guns. Hello.
Gee.
Is it
Happy Thursday, every welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions. Chaos reigns in all of our content, including this content right here, which is At the Threshold. And I am your host, the Meister of Mayhem, Chad, or North Shore DM, or Real CMG, here to play D&D with these people, my friends. Hello, friends. How are you?
Hey, buddy. I am better now
Please.
that you're here.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate that. Please introduce yourselves in a fashion starting with Kristen. Um, and
Hi,
yeah,
I'm Kristen. You see me on this channel all the time. You can find me online at Darth and I'm playing a stray who's not a zombie.
That we know of.
Michael.
Michael. Hello, my name is Michael. You see me on this channel only on this day for this game. Although I apparently inspire other content, and that's what more can one ask out of life to inspire others. Um, Today I'm playing Henri, who is also not a zombie, and is waiting for the switcheroo for people to understand that the emotional support undead is actually the emotional assault undead.
That tracks. That tracks. And last but not
Hi.
least,
Hi. I'm Allison, aka TV. I'm playing with a name change. We'll see how it goes. You can catch me here on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and over at Exquisite Corpse on Saturdays. I'm playing Selma, your lovely little fairy druid.
mm, mm,
This little lady.
well, yeah, let us dig in. But first,
Dun dun.
I would like to dedicate this session of Dungeons and Dragons, where people such as ourselves uh, have a good time away from the things that are not great. So I am dedicating today to the memory of Tommy and Aubrey. Um, you'll be missed.
May their memory
Cheers.
be a blessing.
Miss you, big guy.
I got I got a bottle of mead, so this might get a little randy.
I have
I'm gonna
Coke.
be honest.
So
Odin's skull is
Fizzy water.
19%, I just found out.
Ooh, oh, dude, Odin Skull will fuck you. It's
So,
so good.
you guys have you guys ever seen those like canned like the cans of wine with the like rainbow outside at the liquor
Yeah.
stores? That's 12%. I didn't know.
that's how you find out.
Well, because a little kid at the store came up to me and was like, "Can I get this?" And I was like, "That's liquor." No, that's wine. And then I looked at it and I went, "This is 12% alcohol." Okay.
Oh man, I gotta send a quick message, really quick, actually.
This
Oh
message
yeah,
brought to you by Mead.
I hope that went through. Oh, there. Okay. Um. All right. Where am I? Hello.
Alcohol.
You are in
Alcohol.
Duluth, Minnesota.
I
And
am in
I'm
Duluth,
not, and
Minnesota.
that makes me sad.
Yep. You will notice that I am wearing some kind of object over my left shoulder. Yes, it is a cloak
I noticed that.
because it is, in
Excellent.
fact,
Excellent.
50 degree.
It's
It is
90 here.
59 here, and I have a cloak right here in case I need it.
Uh, thank you. Yes.
It's
Yes,
a
I see
balmy
you, cat.
79 degrees in California.
Nice. I'd mostly like to bring that up just so Kat and Kristen can give me the
70
finger. Anyway,
beautiful
let
75
us
and
get
sunny
to
over here
our
in Southern
lovely game of D&D. Also, welcome anyone who is here in chat watching or listening. Hello. Yes. Kat, you can hear me? Yes. Answer to your question. So, the party has delved into the depths of the city after chasing down the ringing of a bell to find the bell, which seems to be driving people mad. Um, and
I think my dad's going crazy.
yeah, they have suffered some effects from it. They have um, absolutely, positively, without a shadow of adults, without a shadow of a doubt, not I think I said an adult, without the shadow of a doubt, absolutely smashed some crazed rats and rat folk. Um, who I don't know if anyone picked up, but they were in fact driven mad by the bell,
Yes.
um, and have found their way to a a kind of old chapel uh, that is kind of half buried in a cavern slash fallen fallen
Grotto.
street, um,
In a place you should not normally find a chapel.
in a place one would not generally expect to find a chapel, perhaps unless they lived were around in the city such as this, where such things are occurrence, or perhaps if they are from London below, then you might find some similar things.
I mean, we've
Um,
made it's been realized that it's like a city built on top of a city on top of a city, and there's ruins underneath it, so this
Kind of
doesn't
mhm,
digging
completely
that.
not make sense.
I also now wanna turn on London Calling, so
nice,
I want to
and reread Neverwhere.
reread everywhere.
hell yeah.
And then you have kind of come into this yard. Selma has flown ahead, scouting, and saw some sort of figure um, in the bell tower.
Somebody in
Uh,
there.
and I now have a piece. I have a thing to read for you. Bong, bong, the bell tolls. The ringing fills the cavern, the desolate halls, the depths of your skulls. Vibrations roll out like waves. They crash upon you, rippling armor and clothing and shaking your bones. A crescendo builds, volume and vibrations rising. Heat builds and builds, a light flashes red and orange. A halo of fire fills your visions. A chanting and a screaming ride a wind that snatches your clothing hot as a furnace. It then passes, the rush and heat leaving, the rush and heat leaving, nope, the rush and heat resolving. That, I don't know, that, yeah, leaving only the tolling of a lonely bell. Gazing about in a bit of shock, perhaps grogginess from this cataclysm, you find your compatriot Key Day is gone. Smoke wafting from the place where she once stood and glowing as if from the heat of a forge, the obsidian skull, the red star sword, and the black. Hang on, what is it called? Black elemental crystal sword. Sword. Or sickle. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Line there, my friends. Here you are in the depths. What do you do?
First of all, I comment that your narration with London Calling as kind of background music was fucking on point, and wish I could have put that through the speakers. Second of all, Henri, just stop, look around, look to a stray, get those.
She crawls from where she's laying on a grave. Items off the ground. I was getting a feel for it.
We need to deal with that, and just kind of points up at the bell tower, which we may or may not have seen someone in, but we certainly see a bell.
You.
All right, let's go then.
Yeah.
I would like
Okay.
to break a little bit to say who's taking what, and should anyone who takes it, I guess realistically only one of them is a thing that would require attunement, which of course, as everybody knows, might be problematic. But due to the circumstances we are placed upon, I would allow such an attunement if you so choose to happen right now. Um, but
Estray
I
just sticks the black skull in her bag and then offers weapons to them.
I'll pick up the skull, I guess, and just hang on to that. I don't think I have. I mean, I
Oh,
have
I
a
already
stay.
put that in my pocket.
Oh, sorry. I must have glitched out a little bit there. I guess I'll pick up the black sickle. The
the
crystal.
black sword, yeah,
Yeah. Since that was the smaller one, right?
Yeah.
yes. Well, yeah, it's
And the
a
not cursed one.
Yes.
yeah, it is in fact the not cursed one. Here, let me add it to your inventory.
Excellent.
And Henri will pull out his bedroll, wrap it around the red star sword, um, and just tuck that away.
He's like, I ain't gonna put my hand on it even.
Mm-mm.
Nah, we
All
don't.
right,
We don't touch that shit.
Selma, elemental black glass sickle is in your excuse me, sorry, is in your inventory. And I am realizing now that I did not fix it because it yeah, so it actually does. Hang on, I'm gonna monkey around with your character sheet really quick.
I mean,
So it
I
actually
want to
does
be in there.
it does 2d4 damage.
okay. I
It
mean,
doesn't
it's
do 1d4. It's yeah, it's a
2d4.
Double D4.
yeah.
Yeah. Reminder that I was the one who didn't have any physical attack abilities back in the beginning of this game, so it's
Right.
okay. I still have a +0 to everything when I don't have Shillelagh up. So, um, it's all good.
Right.
You can shillelagh it.
I mean technically she has to shillelagh a stick,
Oh,
not a
really?
sword.
I do? I don't
I'm
know how
pretty sure it requires a stick. I might
uh,
be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Well, let's not worry about it.
the
Yeah.
wood of a club or quarter staff you are holding.
Fair enough.
Alright, yeah, you're right, look at that.
But now you get a sickle to pick herbs by the moonlight.
That's true. She'll probably use it as an actual sickle, just
Is that like a superior weapon? Cuts herbs good.
It's great for chopping parsley.
that's great. Are you kidding me? That'd be a great like finale. Where you have the sword of cast. You're just
Oh, this old thing? Oh, I use this for butchering hogs.
What
That's
this? This is my beaver skin and knife.
That's the best place to find a magical item. Just be like, "Oh, no, yeah, I've been using that for ages."
That sounds like something a hag would actually be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, and you have to talk her out of it. That's a story idea for later. Right now, we need to pay attention to what the hell's going on in this chapel, in this grotto,
Yes.
in a hole in
Yeah,
the
so
bottom of the sea.
you are in, yeah, the yard of this chapel. Think about this as there is kind of a crumbled, like, cavern wall that pretty much, say, extends from here, right, and back, and, like, here.
Okay. So is it just
If
the
that
like, we
makes
would have to
sense.
go through the door that we're already by, or is there another way in underneath where the bell is?
So there is, like, the main kind of chapel doors kind of at the end of the path in front of Henri. There are a number of windows, kind of on this kind of wall. There are high windows on the tower, but no doors directly to the tower.
Alright, I'm gonna go in the front and kinda sneak ahead and make sure we're not gonna get ambushed.
Astray.
Huh.
Can one.
Oh, okay. She'll go over to one of the windows
You
and investigate first
do you
or
Yes.
perceive,
do
whichever.
one of you do you guys think I should go fly up and look at one of the tall windows?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Stay
well,
back far enough that nobody can attack you.
agreed. That's a good idea. Um, well, while Stray is doing that, she's gonna fly up towards the tower,
Okay.
and just kinda try and do a little peek into one of those windows in the tower itself.
Sure. Okay,
And
give
every
me
time
one.
I zoom in on, Runehammer, it zooms me into the far left corner, and I
That's
there we
weird.
go, okay. I I was just like, "No, I wanna be over here."
Alright, should I roll
So,
investigation or perception?
perception. Yeah.
That's a 10.
10, okay. Okay, so let's do this. So astray, I'm gonna do some pointing in the map.
Okay.
Um so there is a window like here,
Mhm.
there is a window here and a window here.
I was
And then
probably looking in
also
the
there
first one.
in the one that's here.
Yeah.
There's also actually there also is a window on either side of this kind of foyer.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably still look in the first one you pinged, to look into
Okay.
the main part of the room.
Yeah. Um and because I am a dungeon master and we are in fact playing Dungeons and Dragons, I must ask, are you being stealthy as you
Yes, I
do this?
am.
All right, so please also give me a stealth roll.
A stealth roll.
Gotta give myself a tankard.
12.
Tankard.
12. Wow.
Or wait, I know math. 13.
13. And a 10 perception roll.
Yep. Starting out
So
strong.
you kind of creep up to the to this window. Um you as you move forward, you your foot kind of turns a little bit on some debris and you kind of knock into one of these headstones that's right there, and knock it a bit and a piece comes off, but you can't kind of catch it um, before it really makes um, a ruckus, um, and kind of creep up to this window. And this window, like kind of classic church windows, right? It's like that kind of like lead pane glass or whatever. Um, Dark and kind of smoky with age, which makes it a little difficult. That and the fact that there's no real light in here. And you have some vision.
Nope. I can't see shit.
We
All
ain't got
right.
no dork vision.
Yeah. So um you can see that there are some very you can see kind of shades of shadow. You can see a little there is some light as kind of Selma is flying by. You can see like a faint light of her lantern kind of as it moves across different windows, and barely illuminates anything. Um, but you're able to make out enough, and I mean, there's probably some light in here. You can see that uh, there is some of what you can see is faintly black lit. It's a rave. Um, you know, there there's some happy hardcore going on in there. There's a bunch of just yeah, techno Viking. No, you can you can see a faint illumination. So it kind of directly in front of you to your right is a is a is a wall is essentially like a wall and then an arched opening which is dark. Oh no, one more quick question. Henri, you have your light out, or
At this
rather,
point, it
you
is
have your light
extinguished.
on or out?
It
Okay,
is extinguished.
okay. So yeah, there is kind of a wall and then an alcove or a room, a large black opening that you can see. And then just beyond that, another wall, and then you can see a light kind of back and to the left, kind of filters out dimly, and you can see um, a number of columns and kind of in front of you, more to the right, and then kind of the shapes of perhaps low pews, um, and you uh, don't see much more than that.
All right. She's
You
gonna
see
go
the
back
pew pew,
over.
and that's what matters.
She's gonna go back over by Henri and say, I can't see shit in the dark. So we're probably gonna have to go inside. But I mean, there's pews and columns and a wall. That's all I
I'm
got.
told the best way to deal with darkness is light, so we could perhaps set the entire building on fire.
I'm good with that.
Eh,
But I don't
Yes.
think we'd be able to do it in time to deal with whatever is in there. What did Selma see?
Yeah.
Yes. So Selma, you are flying up to, let's see, let's say that, let me bring up my image that I'm using as a reference. So there is, uh, so we could say that this tower is, maybe the equivalent of like 3 or 4 stories high.
Mhm.
And the kind of the first story doesn't have any windows or openings. There is a small kind of rectangular window um in in what would be the second story, and then let's say, yeah, and then there's like kind of the big kind of arch opening that is like the top of the bell tower, which is the third story.
Okay. I guess I'll take a little peek in that small window first if I can.
Okay.
And I'll throw my cloak around my lantern so that I'm not giving off a glow.
Okay.
Uh, and I'll stealthily try and check it out. So that's
Absolutely.
2 rolls for
Two
stealth
rolls.
and perception, I guess.
Yep.
Give me.
Yeah, yes, play, yeah, yes.
Ooh, hell yeah. Natural 20 on the perception,
I am.
which is super great.
Yeah.
Which for a total of 25. Um, And then for stealth is a 13.
A 13. Okay. Um. So yeah, you fly. You kind of take off, and maybe like halfway there, you're like, oh shit, and kind of roll your cloak over your lantern. You're like, oh, I should probably cover this.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, you get caught up in the action. We've all been
It
there.
happens.
Yeah. And you you fly up to this kind of first low window, um and where is my image again? So um it is like there's like a it it's like busted. So, there's like this kind of glass, and then there's like a jagged, maybe like that starts on the right side, like halfway up, and kind of goes up towards about like two thirds maybe, or three quarters of the way up this window. And it's like overall, it's the window's maybe like 2 feet by 3 feet, or 1.5 by 3 feet or so. So it's not like a huge opening, but it's a good size opening.
It's me sized.
Yeah, it is U size. And looking into this space, you can see in that it's a fairly open space. This These kind of two stories that are this part of the height of the tower are open to each other. You can see you can see a number of things. One, to get out of the way, there is a the opening for a kind of a stairwell of some kind in the corner opposite you, so the top right corner on the map. Um, and there is a dimly I know I joked about this earlier, but a dimly kind of black light glowing, not like black light, but like a dark, imagine a dark light.
Maybe
Yeah.
the kind of purplish aura light that happens when you accidentally click on the map icon for the building that surrounds it. And I
Oh
thought was a
yeah,
force
yeah,
field when I logged
100%,
in.
a
Oh.
But if
hundred
I do it
percent.
as purple, or
Oh.
it was purple when I did it earlier.
Yeah,
I pulled and dragged and it turned purple.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
it's if you
yeah,
Yeah.
try to
like
pull
that.
it, but
So it's
yeah,
this kind
yeah.
of like dark, kind of
Ooh, okay.
purple, black light. Um,
Okay.
like your lantern, it has kind of a short radius of illumination. Um, and you can see that it ripples, like there's like wavy edges to this light, because in fact this light is shaped like an archway, which you can see kind of barely, a dim kind of gray tone arch shape at the center of this dark purple light.
Fuck.
And you see a shadow, like like a ghost, right? Like creep across the floor out of this light, slither through kind of along the floor into the darkness of a doorway to your left. It's like into the main body of the chapel.
Okay. I'm going to very slowly back away
Mhm.
and fly my little butt back over to the other two.
As you do that, I would like the three of you to make wisdom saving throws as the bell tolls
Oh
once
no,
more.
the wisdom.
I haven't taken the cotton out of my ears, so I rolled advantage. And I rolled 14 both times.
Okay.
Um, but that's not with that's a total of 19.
Nice. Yep.
I take all my wisdom rolls with advantage, the same way I take my coffee. And I got a 14 roll, which gives me a 14 total.
I rolled a 6, which gives me a 6.
Yeah.
The druid reigns supreme. What can I say?
Yes. So the the bell tolls and rings out, and Selma, you are unaffected by its iron wiles. I don't know. You know what I mean? And Astray, you are deafened.
Cool.
Yep. And Henri, you succumb to Bane for your next roll.
Okay.
I'm a Bane you.
So like, no, I didn't
What?
silence you, Michael.
I'm just giving Kristen the full experience.
This was supreme role play. Full
Oh,
point.
boy. Uh,
So
I
Selma, come back.
yeah, I scurry back and I don't know that you're deafened, but I say there's an archway in the tower, like a like a light, an archway of light.
Guys, I don't think I can hear anything.
Great. I have my like papers and my booklet and everything, right? That I like my notes and shit. So I'll take them out and I'll
Sure.
really quickly scribble down that there is an archway of light in the tower.
Selma. What the?
Yeah, I'll talk while I write.
No, no,
Um,
no, no, no. And I look at Astray, and directly into Astray's mind, you hear there is an archway of light at the base of that tower.
that's right. And there was like a shadow came out of it and slithered out and
A
went into
shadow
the main
came out of it
chapel.
and slithered out from it and moved into the main chapel.
So
There's a
there's
snake in
No,
I,
no, shadow monster.
it's like a thing. But yeah, there's a whole thing going on in there.
Okay, well then Henri goes, looks at Astray and goes, then I believe we have two options. Into your mind, then looks to Selma and into her mind goes, then I believe we have two options. Looks back to Astray. Because I don't have to give you the ability to respond. I can just talk telepathically,
That's fine.
but
No,
it's
I'll
completely
definitely
silent.
just
Look at Astray. We can either go directly to the bell and attempt to disable it. Look to, uh, Selma. We can either go and attempt to directly disable the bell. Look back to Astray. Or we can attempt to enter the main chapel and deal with that chicanery. Look back to Selma. Or we can attempt to go into the chapel to deal with that chicanery directly. And he just kind of leans back and goes,
Well,
yeah.
only Selma can fly. We'd have to crawl up there.
we can climb. It is a wall and a cavern wall.
I guess.
I mean, we saw how well I did with climbing on the glacier.
That's true.
I make options.
No,
I make
not
options.
wrong.
I, I could probably I can fly some rope up to the top of the tower.
That'll probably help.
Hmm.
How
And
long?
I
he
can hear her.
just pulls out 50 feet of rope and hands it to you.
Yeah, and what's 50 feet? How tall is a story?
Uh,
Story's
there's
usually about
Usually
about
10 feet.
10,
yeah,
about 10
10 or
feet for a
12
story.
feet, give or take.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. All right. I think that's a decent idea because if nothing else, it gets us it gets us where we want to be right off the bat.
And in a position where they can't attack us from all around.
Yeah, love that.
Tactics.
Mhm.
Ogre. Tactics
Um,
ogre. Great game.
So I'll take the rope, give a little salute, and flutter my butt back over there.
Henri is going to try and hoof it around the cavern to the base of the tower as quietly as possible.
Same. I will follow.
Is there like I guess like a crenel or whatever the fuck the little tops of a tower are called? Or a
Crenellation?
yeah.
Crenellations. You know,
There's more there's more
let's
to the
pause.
word.
Yeah, let's pause for a second. I want to say that I am chuffed to bits that you have used the word crenellations.
Like I know it's crenel something, but I didn't know if there was like
Yeah,
there's an
yeah,
additional portion of the word.
yep, crenellations. And the ultimate ridiculous word in fortification, matriculations.
Do we have to bring the matriculations into this?
We don't. I guess we don't.
If it's not Baroque, don't fix it.
Right?
Um,
There are no flying buttresses here.
that's okay.
I love the flying buttresses.
Dying butt.
They're so shapely and supportive.
Um, yeah, so
If a stray could
yeah,
hear,
so
she would point at Selma and say, "Flying butt."
so
She
let's
does have a butt,
Do,
and she
do
is
not
flying.
do not look up her skirt. It is rude. I
So
think.
She's
I
I
got
don't really
she's got little shorts on underneath. Thanks very much.
Doesn't make it not rude.
Just say it.
Fey booty shorts.
Would you
Yeah,
prefer they were?
she's prepared.
They could be fey
Yeah.
bloomers.
I think you know what's funny though. I do think in the drawing that Maria did of her, I think for description, I said she's wearing like a romper.
Yep.
So she does
And
have
that is
like
what is in the art. Which,
Nice.
by the way, our art remains fucking amazing.
so great. Maria's
Maria is
incredible.
amazing. If I
Truly
can-
incredible.
You gotta love a good romper. Not
Yeah,
a
she's
bad
got-
one. Don't love bad ones, but a good one.
It's like a
So let's
But
do a couple of
anyway.
things. While I describe for you kind of the top part of this tower, please, anyone who is moving under the guise of stealth, please make a roll for me in that manner. And
That's better. That's
You
a
have rolled a
26.
stealth roll at disadvantage, like drinking
Ugh.
Baileys from a shoe.
I think let me I'm my fucking D&D brain is peaked real quick. Let me look at something.
Is that
I
um,
apologize for what I'm doing here, but
I wonder
Too
how
late to apologize.
I
was
really
he
need
just
to
baned was he just baned for that role?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
minus D4 or whatever, right?
It is. Miraculously, even with the bane and disadvantage, I still hit a 10.
I rolled a 12.
26.
Where the
Good lord.
fuck is light? Light.
And then I wonder how long you're gonna be deaf for.
I feel like
Probably
that-
not.
If you're using light and we're moving in like darkness, it's at minimum. Like I think either we have advantage on shit to sneak, or they have disadvantage to see.
Yeah, I guess it
Depending.
Yeah,
depends
that's what
on
I'm
what
trying to.
they've got going on.
Mostly because
Trying
this
to
game
remember.
has very few static modifiers.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where, like, the rules for light are. Where
They're
are
in
you?
your heart.
Oh, okay.
I always feel like I should get a little bit of an advantage because I'm flying and therefore cannot trip.
I mean, you're not
It's just-
wrong. You are,
It's in the,
you are
it's in the
buffeted
chap-
by flying debris.
My good friend, it is in Chapter 8 Adventuring under the heading The Environment under Vision and Light.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
the
found it on
environment.
Roll20.
Okay, so it affects the perceiver, not the perceived.
Correct.
Okay.
So they would be. We are in a technically heavily obscured area. Any creature in it effectively suffers the blinded condition, which would include them trying to see us.
Correct. Unless I'm a big jerk and I've given all of the monsters that are here dark vision.
That's true. I've got blind sight, so I don't give a shit.
I don't
Right.
think any of us has dark vision. It's kind of funny.
I can't see shit.
I got
Yeah,
blind sight. It's only good for
Yeah.
10 feet, but I got blind sight, and it's fucking great.
Good
That's why he
enough.
keeps putting the light out. He's like, meh.
I do find it really weird that what a stray is doesn't
Well, because
have
Yeah,
dark vision.
it's not a base for that, and it's kinda they assume that you're going to base it off of whatever race you based your character off of.
Oh, okay,
and
Ah.
her base race has no dark vision.
right.
I'm a little surprised the fairies don't. Just
It
in the
I would kind of expected them to, especially
just
because
in
elves
that
have it.
yeah, just like as a fae thing, I would imagine. But I mean, I'm not like complaining. It's whatever.
You're supposed to be friscolating in the dust in the starlight.
Yes, in the happy little.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, anyway, I we have segued long enough. So you you fly up. So the third story is kind of a large open. There's big kind of open, not even windows, just kind of openings, one on each side. Um, and this story is say taller than the other stories are. This section of the tower, it probably measures um, like 15 feet, and there is a very large bell in there. You That is kind of ringing. There is, and then above that is kind of this, as the map shows, is kind of this crenellated um, kind of roof.
Okay. I'd love to tie off the rope around, or at least around one of the crenellations. Preferably away, like not one that's directly in line with the window. Um, so that it's like to the side, or maybe just to get away from the window. And just let it drop down so they could use it.
Absolutely. Okay, let me make a roll really quick.
Fun reminder when he's rolling. Fun fact: remember, even if you have dark vision in no light, you're technically in dim light, which means you have
Yeah, but you still
disadvantage
get
on all perception
disadvantage,
checks. The more you know.
which is why
Isn't
I'm pulling out 2 dice.
isn't dark vision also technically you're seeing in like black and white?
That's up for
It's
discussion. It's not
like
officially in the rules like that, but it used to be.
okay.
Okay. I will
Maybe
start
it
off by
depends on the
rolling
race. Maybe
wonderfully.
it depends on like maybe it depends on like the race you're playing. Like I don't know what the cones in a cat's eyes are like. Well, they I know cats don't see a lot of color. I don't think,
Actually, I was
Right.
or it's
wrong.
like dull.
The final sentence under dark vision states, however, the creature can't discern color in that darkness, only shades of gray.
Hmm,
There you go. You go colorblind.
yeah. Um, yeah, you fly up, and you secure a line to kind of this corner crenellation there. And it drops, and it is out of the line itself is out of like super obvious view
Yeah,
uh
they'd have to
Window.
of
like
the
look out
opening. Right.
the window to be like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll
And then what did the two of you roll for your sneaky sneak rolls?
I got 3 successes, so I have a total of 5 enhancement. Oh, or a 10 if you prefer, a 10.
Okay.
Did I need to roll a new one, or is it still the 26 I rolled?
I didn't yeah, if you roll that for moving up to here, that's what I'm after. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't I forgot. Yeah, 26. Yeah, you think you're moving at like a 59 because you can't hear shit. But it is a 26, which is still, of course, beyond impossible or whatever, the
Beyond the
25.
bounds of
Right?
untrained mortals,
Yes. It's it's
literally.
some ninja level shit right there. And yeah, the two of you kind of reach the kind of the base of this as as I guess Henri's rope drops from Selma and kind of hangs there.
Estrella's gonna hope she's whispering and say, I should probably go first since I'm the more likely to fall and maybe you can catch me?
Brain talk. This is my brain talk sign. Just we're going full
I like
Charles
it.
Xavier. Um, yes, you should. I am now giving you the capacity to speak back to me.
He he he
And I
he.
to use my action to allow her to respond to me telepathically for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Wonderful.
That way you don't have to
Wonderful.
yell.
It's probably a good plan.
You also do not have to whisper. The volume is the same here no matter what.
Ah!
I know that you're singing, but it is at a pleasant volume because he just kind of stops and goes, I honestly have no idea how I do that automatically, but I know how to. So,
You volume correct.
All right, so Estrella's gonna start climbing and hope she doesn't fail the athletics check to get up this rope.
Now, why
Yeah,
don't
Henri's
you?
at the body ready to catch, or at the bottom ready to catch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this way. I'm gonna because I like it when people roll. Um, and it could be argued that ropes maybe don't make you roll, or maybe they roll with advantage. But as we
Or
all know,
DC 5.
advantage is bullshit. So please make an athletics roll with a +5.
I'll do it. Why the hell
Let's
not?
try that on precise. Let's see how that works.
Whatever makes you feel better, bro.
Yeah.
So with the +5,
It's still a 6, isn't it?
it's a 5. I rolled a 2 and I have -2.
I love you guys so much.
Tough. This is a tough one.
Okay. Luckily, as Michael did in fact call out, it is also really easy to do it. So it is in fact a 5. It's pretty much you're gonna succeed unless you roll a 1, which
You
you did
needed
not
that.
do. Yeah. It is difficult, right? Um
I have so little strength that I'm like the littlest things, and I'm like bracing my feet on the wall and kind of slipping.
yeah,
Once
it
she
is
gets to the top, she just hears in her head,
You're
tomorrow morning you're doing push-ups.
poor atrophy.
yeah, Henri, Selma, it is
Back in your head, you
painful to
hear,
watch.
but if I'm already dead, can I grow muscles?
We are going to find out, aren't we?
There's only one way to find that out. Do squats. But yeah, so we're gonna break this up. So you kind of climb the first 2 stories and you kind of crest into the 3rd story. So your head kind of breaks to the part where you can see that this opening is where you can see kind of the shape of the bell as this darker shadow moves of the bell is kind of moving. um yes, hello Mace Windu. Do
I
you
love you. I miss
and
you.
they miss you, bud? Yeah. Okay. Do you do anything at this bell level?
Well, the bell is what we're aiming for, so
Okay.
she's gonna crawl awkwardly. Actually, probably since she's better at acrobatics, she probably swings herself in rather gracefully and like lands all light.
You're gonna do like the Laura Croft in the secret move in Tomb Raider 1 and 2 where you do like the handstand up. Absolutely. Um, what's your passive perception?
A 10.
10.
I
Okay,
am not a
okay.
wise character.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
I'm probably up there with her. My passive perception is 15.
Okay. You yeah, you artfully, more artfully than you ascended, you gain access to the belfry. Um to
There's
use
now
the
a bat
technical
in the
term.
belfry.
That's right. There is not a zombie in the belfry. You gain access to the belfry. Um Selma kind of watching this yeah, let's do this real quick because we're telling a story as a group, and we joked about it. Um, Astray, how exactly are you acrobatically gaining entry to this? What does this look like?
So she
I want to
struggles
give it to you.
climbing up there, like the muscles don't really work. But as soon as she gets to where she needs to be, she like holds onto the rope and like pushes off with her feet and twirls in through the window and then like does one of those rolls and comes up with daggers out.
Hmm. Yep, that sounds awesome.
Selma's just like a very like not making any noise, just
And then she's gonna realize light might be helpful and stick a dagger back in her belt and pull out her hooded lantern.
Selma, as you see the darker shape that is Astray artfully access the belfry, roll in a very, you know, Kirk-like manner, um, tastefully so. Um, Kirk is in Captain Kirk, who's famous for the Kirk roll. I don't. That's a deep cut for Star Trek fans. Um, and she comes up ready. Maybe in like, are you in like the fucking Black Widow like split crouch thing?
She is crouched, but it's more like a squat crouch.
Hmm. Just ready to squeeze one out. Just ready to fight.
Yeah,
Um,
and she pulls out her hooded lantern and makes sure it's already on the dim light, so it's not blasting.
right. And Selma, as she illuminates her lantern, you see two shadows move. One from kind of the top of the bell, and one from like the kind of far corner. Like you can see that there is as her light comes out, you can see that there's like a bit of a doorway, or whatever, where, or not a doorway, but like an opening in the floor where a stairway comes up, and you see a shadow kind of come out from there. And these shadows are, it's like in Peter Pan when Peter Pan's shadow was there, right? Um, so, I guess I should ask you, my friends, roll initiative.
In the thing, right?
Yes, please, in the thing. I can now remove. Oh, okay.
Big five over here. Big five.
Dirty 20.
oh, 15. I only have a +1, so it's always nice when I
Now, when you say in the thing, where did you roll? Did you roll in D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Did it
weird.
not come through for any of us or just somebody in specific?
It didn't come. I'm not seeing it for anyone. Game log. Oh, that's super weird. D&D Beyond, what is happening with you? I can see that you rolled. I can see that each of you has rolled. Your numbers, however,
Oh
are
yeah, I see that
blank.
too. It's showing it for me, but not for Henri or Astray.
Okay.
You
Well,
might
let's
not
do
have
this.
started the encounter yet.
Nope, I did. But that's
I
okay.
have no idea.
I can enter it. I can enter it manually.
What an odd
So
thing.
Henri, please recount for me your initiative.
5.
5. Really?
I know.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I
Astray
have very little to add to my.
30-20.
and Selma,
I got 15.
15. I will roll. I will roll a 7. Start. Okay. Astray. Um, you let me. So many things.
Meh,
Let
meh,
me.
see?
Yes. Um, you start your light. Your light comes on dim, like you want it. And you can see kind of above you this massive, like this bell, it's like the Liberty Bell. It's like
Gonna put a crack in that motherfucker.
it's around, right? It's big.
This
It's like a
huge
wine barrel.
fucking guy. No.
Yeah. It's like if the mountain was a bell, right? um it's a very large bell, and it's kind of swaying above you. Um and you can see to your right, kind of that right upper corner, there is like a hole in the floor where like a spiral staircase goes down into darkness, um and kind of beyond the openings to the, like, on the map, right, to the north, um and partially to the east is kind of obscured with rubble and cavern wall or whatever, so kind of inaccessible. Um, but you do not detect outright anything amiss. What would you like to do for your turn?
I can't hear anything.
Wonder why the
Don't
boss music is started. Oh, you
see
can't hear the
them.
boss music.
As
Um,
as you as you contemplate that, um,
she's gonna touch her own chest and cast guidance on herself.
does that have a auditory component?
Think it has a somatic. Or yeah, I think it has a
But
verbal.
yeah, verbal and somatic.
And you realize that you are unable to cast that spell
I can't talk?
because, yeah,
Okay.
the deafened condition does that. Ooh, I hope I'm right. That's what I wrote in my
Just
notes.
a deafened creature can't hear and automatically fails any ability check that requires hearing is all that D&D
Oh,
Beyond gives me.
that's right. That's ha, that's Bell problem level 2. You are able, yes, you can cast a spell. And in fact, you realize that you are able to hear the words speak. You are no longer deafened.
In my head, I say, "Hey, I can hear again." I don't know if he has to
Slurpee
Very
talk
always
to me
good.
comes up and
first or
sits.
if we could just
No,
keep
very good.
hearing me.
I will keep hearing you for a few minutes.
Slurpee always comes up and sits in my dice tray. Every
I'd
time.
say make a smaller one, but he'd still sit there.
Yeah, it's
If I
not even
sits,
that
I
big.
sits.
It's one of those folding ones, so like whatever.
Mhm. Okay. Anything else from you, Astray? Your guidance.
Um, then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
It's always the right call.
Um, I would like to
Gonna
Close
ask
toast.
you
I'm gonna
how
h-
you manage
I'm
that with the lantern.
I'm gonna lean the lantern against the bell. So the light is
Mm,
against the bell, and then Imma
okay.
hide in the corner.
So you're gonna set the lantern down.
Yes.
Nice. Creating perhaps a deeper shadow. That's the height of tactics right there, everyone.
Woo-hoo.
And a tw 24 for stealth check.
Oh yeah, you artfully duck into the shadows. Place yourself. Um, we'll just use kind of the yeah, perfect. And Selma.
I'm going to bonus action cast
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh on my quarterstaff, and I'm gonna lean down like over to the side and just kind of hiss, "Hurry up!" Um, at on not to like but not to like. It's I think from my voice, it's probably clear that I'm not saying "Hurry up, Slowpoke." It's something's going on up here. Uh, Hurry up a little bit, maybe. It's more one of those. And then I would wonder, can I hold my action
Sure.
in case something comes at me?
Yep.
Slurpee
What
rolled an 8.
what is the action you are readying and what is the trigger?
Until if something like comes at me physically, I'm going to attack it with my quarterstaff. But I'm just holding
With your
that.
shillelagh.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
readying
Shillelagh.
a physical attack with the shillelagh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
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 All right. And then place yourself if you're at that corner, cool. If you're in a
Uh,
different
yeah,
place,
I
also
think I
cool.
was kind of keeping an eye on the rope just in case something
Okay.
happened. So I'll just move myself to the side a little bit
Okay.
just so that Henri has space to come up where he's at.
Uh, you do this. Oh, nope. I better add that. Ugh. Gotta place this wonderful terrain token here.
And make sure it's on the right level.
Oh,
Ugh!
there we go. Okay. Which brings us to oh, nope, back there. Okay. Um
Rubble. Rubble.
rubble.
No, no,
Rubble
no. Those are
rubble.
rubles. They're
Oh,
worth so little. We're
rubble.
using them to hold up the church.
Or are they rupees and
If
we've
you
gotta break
break
the
that
vases?
rubble, you get some rubles.
I'd rather have the rubble.
Um this is a game of resource management. You can build a fortification now. Um you astray. Um let's see. Oh yeah, one fucking great. So amazing. Astray, your stealth roll was like 20 something, right?
24.
Good God.
It's like
Um,
I can't remember what episode of Critical Role it is where he Vex or Vax like rolled a 35 or some shit. And it was like,
And he rolled like a 10.
yeah,
Give me like 5 levels.
Yeah. Uh,
disgusting.
and let me give you that. Oh, perfect. Yes. Selma, you see the shadow from the bell kind of
Stop it.
zooms down to the light and kind of like it's like vaguely man-shaped and vaguely it's like Peter Pan, right? It's like partially attached to the floor, I think, because that's cool as fuck. And then
Not
partially
creepy at
like
all.
erect in the air, and it has like these long, like claw, finger, shadow threads things. And it kind of like Gollum creeps like past the Astray's lantern and appears to be searching for somebody it can't see. You're so deep in the shadows, the fucking shadows can't find you. Um, and then
Hello, beastie.
Selma, there we go. Selma, the shadow from the stairwell, in a similar fashion, although more apt, with much more aptitude than the previous shadow, it comes at you. So your reaction will trigger.
As soon as it's within range, I'm gonna, I guess, attack it.
Yeah,
Hit
yeah.
that motherfucker.
Give me that sweet, sweet shillelagh.
Woo! I have a feeling I don't hit it, but
Let's find
find
out.
find out. Shillelagh does +5, so um, does a 12 hit? Okay.
Hell yes.
I was like, I rolled a 7, and Shillelagh gives me the +5, so I was like, I hope so. Then yeah, 1d8 +3. So I'm gonna do that on here because I don't feel like dragging out more dice. 7 damage. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
go.
And what kind of damage is that?
I go. She
Bonk
definitely
damage.
hit. She definitely hits things like a little old Irish lady hitting you with her purse. Like it's very.
It's bludgeoning. It's bludgeoning damage.
Oh yes, bludgeoning. I
Is it
apologize.
magical or
And
non-magical?
it is magical,
It
Yes.
is magic. Yeah, with Shillelagh
which
makes
was
it
yeah.
magical, I believe.
Isn't there a YouTube video that somebody tries to rob some old lady and she beats him off with her purse and it's
There's
like
a.
hilarious?
It's phenomenal.
Should be.
Reminds me of the old Ukrainian lady that like drops seeds at the feet of Russian soldiers.
Put them in your
Slurpee.
pockets. Put them in your pockets so that when you
Yep.
die, you will do something useful and grow sunflowers.
It's so good.
Yes.
So good. Yeah,
Not
you beat some damage into the shadow. However, this shadow also attacks you.
She went running after Slurpee, so give her a second.
Sorry.
she's still getting attacked.
Slurpee keeps trying to get into my closet and like dragging
Oh,
things out.
I mean, it's just trying to try a
Slurpee,
new
we
look.
don't force people out of the closet.
It's driving me crazy. But yes, I'm hoping it did some damage.
Yeah, you damaged it. Oh, show.
Yeah.
But it will also do some damage to you because it hits you at a 23
It sure
to
does,
hit.
baby.
Nope,
Yeah,
misses.
and
Even
it is going to do. Ouch. Um, hmm, 9 points of necrotic damage.
oh, that hurts a lot actually.
That's necrotic damage. That's my favorite.
I tell you the other day, on Tuesday, I rolled a 22 to succeed at I think an intelligence saving throw. That fucking thing Maria hit me with, And I was like, "Cool, I succeeded. I rolled a 22." And she was like, "You take 25 points of damage." I was like,
And I know,
"I
right?
succeeded!"
This
You also suffer 2 points of strength loss.
I fucking hate specters.
Oh,
How
it's not a specter. I'm not that mean.
how do I do
Still
such
pretty mean.
like,
S
ignore that. I rolled,
If you click on, like, where it actually says strength, you can do an other modifier and do a -2, and then you
Oh,
just remove it after.
I didn't know that.
that's, incredibly fucking funny because now I get sorry,
what's your strength now?
-3,
And what's your strength score?
5.
Ooh. Ooh,
I
this
didn't
isn't
have it.
good. This
It
isn't
wasn't
gonna be
good.
good.
It wasn't good to begin with.
I think if it hit 0, you die.
This is why I had
I'm
to pick up
starting at a 6.
this is why I had to get Shillelagh earlier because I couldn't attack
Oh.
anything.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Oh boy.
Um,
Okay.
Henri.
Okay.
Oh,
Hearing the
hang on. Actually, hold on. Pause. I realize I gotta add fucking. We're using a map, so I should add fucking map dudes.
I mean, I was hoping some map dudes would appear.
I figured they'd
Yes,
happen eventually.
I have using. Oh, yeah, I think I'm using these map dudes.
Ah, yes, those map dudes. Yeah, I don't like that map dude. I like that map dude one bit.
He is a. This is technically a a ghost map dude from Printable Heroes, but he will stand in deftly as a shadow.
Spooky, spooky.
Um, Henri, you're at the bottom of a rope. Bad things are happening up above you.
Hearing that, Henri will unfurl his fore and hind legs, activating his climb speed to spider climb up the wall.
Come again?
Oh, sorry. He will, with great alacrity, hopefully, attempt to climb this fucking rope to get up there.
I
Would
mean,
you
at
like
least
me
we're
to
on
roll?
the 3rd story, so it's, within that 30 feet speed range.
Yeah, you
Would you
should.
like me to roll athletics?
Yes. Roll athletics with a +5. If you roll, ooh, um, I will allow you. Right. So normally in the rules of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, which is what we're playing, you cannot climb that high since you don't have a climbing speed.
But I
However,
unfurled my hind legs.
uh, here I know. However, um, if you either roll above a 20 or if you ignore the +5 to your athletics roll bonus from the rope and do that and roll above a 15, you can gain the lip, but no further.
You're gonna love this. I rolled a 9,
Yep.
which means without the +5, I roll a 15. With the +5, I roll a 20.
Nice.
I'm at the threshold. Game
Yes.
check. Either way,
Hey.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, so you like rocket it. This is like you are like showing off to the girls in gym class.
Hey.
You just rip up that thing.
or I'm
Um,
panicking because I hear combat noise. Just oh no 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 no.
I mean, yeah, same difference, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you gain the top, you and so you're up on the lip. Um, there
I,
is um you can see this
clearly now.
creature, this shadow creature, both of them.
Um, bonus action. throw the shield carrying. Actually, I'm gonna be fair and say I don't have my shield on because I can't fucking climb with that shit.
Okay.
So throws a hand out towards the nearest shadow creature, the one attacking Selma, and I was at like as a bonus action for him to roll a strength saving throw to avoid being shoved 5 feet towards me.
The little swirly guy that I have placed there is your lantern, astray.
Swirly bell.
Right.
So let's see. A strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Excited about it.
8
8. Well, the DC was 14, so he is shoved 5 feet towards me,
towards you. Yes.
which,
Um,
if I'm understanding the grid and space and time, that means he's now within melee range of me.
as a matter of fact, he is.
Out comes Void Eater, and it comes down double-handed in a snickery snack at that thing. I rolled another 9 for a total of 16,
I mean, yeah, that's gonna do it for sure, 100%.
and that is woohoo! So I rolled a 9 on damage on a D10 because I'm double handing it, which with my +5 is 14 points of magical slashing.
Okay. Um, please paint us a picture with your words as you make a shadow of its former self.
I imagine he just kipped, and like hands hit the fucking stone, and he just shoves himself up in like a little bit of a hop to land kind of in a crouch, sees this shit, hand comes out as the other hand goes for the sheath, and instead it's like push, and at the last minute it's kind of a reverse palm in and pull, and as he's doing that, out comes the sword. It clears the sheath and ends up over to the thing's head as it kind of comes twisting forward and just quick up reverse grip and bisects that
Mm,
motherfucker. I imagine the
mm,
blade actually, as it strikes, lights up like just the little patterns for a second come
mhm.
alive and like light in a shimmer as it cleaves the darkness, and then it goes.
Yeah, you cleave through it. The glyphs and runes on your sword faintly glowing, perhaps a little brighter as you cleave this thing in twain. Um, and it almost you hear all of you kind of hear like it's almost like somebody has taken like a few sheets of paper and ripped it. Is it's that kind of that sound, right? Like when you use the the paper guillotine, you know? Yeah. And this shadow kind of splits and then, you know, kind of almost does
Disincorporates.
the anime. It like but instead of like sliding apart, it kind of like folds apart like two halves of a piece of paper or of cloth and just kind of like bleeds into the shadow of that isn't trying to attack you.
For the record, telekinesis, the feat, is fucking amazing.
I
It's
know, right? You're
really
essentially
fucking
you're
cool.
Scorpion.
Yeah, it's just like
Get
come over here and
over
go away
here.
every turn. And that is all I've got. And I think that was enough.
That's
Certainly
fantastic.
for me. I don't know how I get strength points back.
You have to go on a quest to the mines of Mandalore where you can cleanse yourself.
Or do some pump some iron, I guess. I don't know.
We're all doing push-ups in the morning.
If you thought Selma looked kind of scrawny before, she looks real scrawny now.
Poor Audrey. He's just stuck with these weaklings.
I can see this is it's gonna be, oh hey everyone, you're on downtime activities, and Henri's like, eat your
Drop a gimme
vitamins,
20.
go to the gym. Everybody do it.
Forcing
Everyone is coming
Um,
with me. We're going to the sword school. We're doing some calisthenics and some resistance training and then drills.
yep. Um, as the round ends, the bell swings itself. I missed. Swings itself around enough to ring again. Please make your wisdom saving throws.
Also, while we're doing that, I did find there's just because I was curious about the different stat like killing things.
Hmm.
Um, and there's only two in the book that I can find, at least based on my Google document that I looked for. One is devour intellect, which the target is if it reaches 0, the target is stunned until it regains a point of intelligence. And then strength drain, which until if it reaches 0, they die. Love it.
Mhm.
15
Very traditional.
this time.
15,
Woohoo!
nice.
19.
19,
17.
19, 17, nice. Yes. Oh, and I should
Good
make
spread.
I should make a roll for these two jabronis. Oh, I'm sorry, this one jabroni.
1.
I'm surprised there's not more like stat drain abilities other than those two, at least in the
Because
base
they're
stuff.
brutal. Especially, yeah, it's
What
yeah.
do you think? What do you think a 0 charisma would be?
Traditional, like straight up traditionally, like I think normally they say in the rules for like the monster rules tells you what happens at 0. Usually you die. Like I'm the intellect
Yeah.
devour just stuns you is fucking impressive. Used to be it just
That's what I
kills you.
Yeah, that's what I mean by like if certain things like I mean dexterity, you just have club. I don't know, but I was just thinking of like what other like if you were gonna make something different for each one.
Remember the end of Revenge of the Sith, where she just died of and lost the will to live. That's it. That's 0 charisma.
Right.
That's 0 because I
Your
can't do it
charisma
anymore.
reaches 0.
You
You lose
just
the will
die
to
in the most
live.
Your
dramatic way
significant
possible.
other becomes a dark lord.
If wisdom is if you lose all your wisdom, you get that old timey women's disease where you just have hysteria.
The vapors.
No, no, no. I think at 0 wisdom, you have that problem where you think about breathing too much that you think about breathing and fuck up your ability to breathe, and you just asphyxiate yourself.
The Jesus. The bell rings and it is deafening, not a stat modifier deafening, but it is deafening. All of you have passed your saving throw. Uh and there is a wobble to the shadow.
Take that wobbly ass shadow.
Take that. A stray.
Quick
Top of the
question.
round. Yes.
And at any point, would I have been able to have seen what is holding the bell up, if it's like a chain or a rope?
I would allow a not action tied roll. So you give me like a perception roll.
Oh,
That's 19.
A 19.
I had to use my guidance for it, but hey, it's a 19.
Yeah. You see the it's hard to make out because there is some light, but it is still pretty dark and it is above you. But you can see the definite form of like massive chain links.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna try and cut down the bell. So I'm just going to, from my hidey hole, snick daggers at the shadow in front of me.
Yeah, there's a shadow kind of like cry,
So a 17
Yeah, I mean that
and a
totally hits.
natural 20.
Bum, 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 bum.
Wham!
So the first one, 10 points of damage,
Oofta.
and then
Oofta.
another 2 points of damage. Or no, 4 points of damage because that one's doubled.
Yeah. The You uh oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
did roll that first one at advantage since I'm hidden for the sneak attack.
Right. And that was you counted that in your damage.
Yeah.
You slice into this shadow, and it is obviously right more substantial than a shadow, but less substantial than say a person. So um, perhaps less damage is accrued than you would have expected, or
Other
perhaps
quick
have learned.
question, do my
Yeah.
daggers go through him and hit the bell? I did not think about that.
Hmm. All right.
Well,
Here's what
you're
I'm gonna do.
stabbing, not throwing, right?
No, I was throwing because he's 10 feet
Oh,
away from me.
fair enough.
Number one, since you brought it up, there's gonna be a chance, and I love you for it. I'm why don't you uh roll a d20 and and if your roll is between 1 and 5, it will hit the bell and trigger a bell effect. Because fucking A.
That's a 3.
You rolled a yeah, one of your daggers flies through this thing. You know, you react without even really thinking about it and throw. And your dagger, as it passes through you, you know, you see it pass through this thing, and then you're like,
Fuck.
God damn it. Fuck. Yeah. And it strikes the bell. And yeah, everyone to include this guy, give me a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Nice.
13.
Okay.
Say wisdom.
Yep.
18.
Nice. Astray, you suffer bane for your next roll.
Oh no.
Um, everybody else is to include the shadow is unaffected by this by this by this
Fuck.
dong
Ah!
theme.
That motherfucker.
Anything else?
That was my action and bonus action. That is me done.
All right. Selma.
Me. That shadow's still up, and presumably there are more running around in the building, um, or fluttering about, as it were. I'm gonna go ahead and, sorry. Can I? How? I'm relative. God dang you. Uh, sorry. Sometimes it'll. Runehammer will just log me out.
Oh,
I
I,
can
I can
He'll
probably.
see
do
how
it to
that
me
would be
too.
awkward.
I'm going
A little
to.
bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna flutter on over to this guy, and I'm
Okay.
gonna hit him with my shillelagh. Uh,
Shalali.
shillelagh. And
Shalulu?
Lolly?
yeah,
Shanane?
I'm I'm probably doing something stupid here by doing this, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
I don't even fully remember that reference.
Sinead O'Connor. 14.
Yes.
You say yes at this table. Yes, queen.
Yes, Queen.
6 damage. 6 magic
Six.
bludgeoning.
6 magic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crack into this thing. The magic engorging your staff into its shillelagh form. Um, bashes into the shadow as if it were in fact a person. Um, but this shadow is intent upon its original target of a stray. Um,
Which, we all are.
yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I
And
want to back up at all a little bit. But if it's intent on a stray, I guess I'll stay where I
oh,
am.
okay. Yes.
I'm very low hit points, but I'm playing on the edge at the moment.
I'm playing on the edge.
I'm like, I have to conserve my spell slots.
And
That is
Shanae,
always wise.
Michael, comes from, the movie Martin that was Forever Shanae.
Well, I believe it was a character from the Martin show first,
Oh, Martin Show,
actually.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Holy shit,
Uh-huh,
I can't
uh-huh.
believe I remembered that. What weird shit gets embedded in your
But it's
mind when you're a
definitely
I
young
know,
kid?
him
right?
in a wig.
A stray, you are hit with a 19 to hit.
That hits.
You will suffer greatly 9 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
And
I have resistance against that.
Hell yeah!
Ha-ha!
damn, girl. Um, very nice. However, you feel um perhaps the grip of the grave strengthen upon you as you suffer 4 points of strength loss.
That puts my strength at a 2.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that means my modifier is a -4.
Brutal. Henri.
Um, I don't like that, no sir.
It's a tough one.
So we're gonna hop off this here wall,
Mhm.
unsling our shield, and run over to physically body block between a stray and the fucking shadow, having seen that shit.
Sure.
And
You just see, like, the muscle underneath the skin just contract even more.
oh god,
Give me
hit me.
give me an athletics roll, Henri, as you kind of maneuver between these two combatants.
Maneuver
As
11.
you roots maneuver. Yeah, you kind of shove and slide between the two of them.
Plus, she's small, so I think I get to share space with her.
I am considered small.
So that's why she's the emotional assault undead. She can hide behind
Fair
me
enough.
and then just strike, strike.
She is the tactical undead package. Just,
Yes, it's
Tactical
my
ah!
assault
tactical undead
undead.
upgrade. What do you mean tactical? She just hangs out behind my cloak and then fucks up people. Great. Anyway, I need to fuck up this shadow monster with a sword. Here we go. I'm going to guess that a total of 22 hits.
I mean, yeah.
All right. That's only 7 points of damage this time out.
Um, that's only enough to kill it. So
The only hit
please,
point that matters is the last one.
is in fact the last one, as we talked about yesterday. Um, yeah, in the same sort of way as the previous strike. Um, uh, but please answer me this question because I think this would be cool. Is your strike and kind of move betwixt simultaneous, perhaps a rising cut?
Oh, it is. It's a straight up. He like hops down, shield, step, step, and just as he's moving into the step, it's like full lunge step into the mark position as as the strike goes out and wide at like head level, comes
Mm,
down, and he immediately resets to like guard position facing this thing as it dies.
as that ripping sound, and then it folds down into darkness and non-abrasive shadow, non-abrasive shadow. Um, and that, my friends, is where we will engage in our break activities. Dear viewers,
Dear,
thank you
dear
so
viewers.
much for hanging out with us and participating in the viewing of our adventures. Please remember that should you choose to support our channel and the show, that you can do so via channel points, which of course you can use to benefit the party. I think, or maybe me. I think you could do
Yep.
that if you
You
wanted
you
to.
can you can give them to the
Um,
DM.
you can also check out our Ko-Fi link, which is in the chat here, where you can do various things such as grant advantage, grant makers coins, send messages to your friends, and do name NPC, have NPCs named after you, and that sort of thing. There's a whole list of the things that you can do. You can also purchase um, dope shirts and coffee mugs with various fantastic logos and art, many of which have been done by our producer and also player on the show, Kat, aka Autumn Knox, who is amazing in those ways.
She's
Um,
amazing. We wish she was here.
so yeah, so we're gonna take a 10-minute break, refill our beverages, take a walk around. Maybe I'm gonna put some shorts on because these sweatpants are getting a little warm.
Oda
But
lolly.
yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in 10 minutes, my friends.
Woo!
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. I hope your break was as refreshing as it was for us
We talked about the D.
A
and the
lot of
Indeed.
D.
D.
I hope I hope perhaps you pet your cat, um, or a dog, or a bird, whatever pet you had.
Whatever
You know what I mean.
got.
But yeah. So, my friends, here we are, the last of these two shadows has gone back to shadow. You know what I mean? Has
Shadow stuff.
fallen. The shadow stuff.
They're no longer corporeal.
The bell is there in the room, not on the map, but is there in the room. It's it's swaying about. Um, oh,
Okay, so
you
we
do?
need to get this down, but we don't want it to bong anymore. So I'm gonna crawl inside the bell and hold on to the clapper. It can't ring.
We don't
Okay.
know there is a clapper, but I will try and get on top and
I'm gonna
take
climb
care of
inside the
that.
bell and see if there's a clapper.
Henri will
Yeah,
try and scramble on top of the bell, pull out a hand axe, and try and figure out how to cut it down.
it's all gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Let's see
It's
how
all
this
gonna go
goes.
so good.
I love that
Okay.
the one who can
Oh,
fly is standing to
ah,
the side.
holy shit. Oh, I want to just. There's no reason for me to hide this from you. Key day. I'm sorry, not key. I'm looking at that still because she's still in my initiative tracker. Selma and Astray. Um, you your strength reduction will last until you finish either a short or long rest.
Okay.
Um, or if for some reason you find yourself in the presence of somebody who can cast something like lesser or greater restoration or whatever.
I'm going to while they're doing that, I'm going to use my healer ability to give myself a little bit of healing with my healing kit.
Okay.
Um,
And Astray, if you could roll me perhaps an acrobatics roll as you are under the bell and moving with the bell to not get smooshed by it, because it is, of course, as we have said, it is very large.
17.
And Henri, if you could roll an athletics roll as you clamber on top of the bell.
I gotta muted myself, and also a total of 10.
Okay. And Selma's medical roll
oh, I no, I just have a
just does
thing.
it
I
automatically.
because I have the healer feat.
Mm,
When I use a healer's kit well, I can stabilize a dying creature, but as an action, I can spend one use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 HP to it, plus additional HP equal to the creature's maximum number of hit die. So I got 6 HP back just kind of tending to my
nice.
wounds.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
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 I'm doing that, and then I'll kind of just sort of see what the other 2 like, I'll just sorta
Yeah.
fly up and see what the other 2 are doing, and, if I can help, I'll try.
So yeah, so you astray, you duck under the bell. It's like it's like on American Gladiators. You're kind of watching it, waiting for the right time,
Ninja warrior.
right? Yeah, and you judge it and you duck under and get into it. No problem. You're able to kind of match its movement. Um and yeah, even though it's like dark in here, obviously you have your lantern is there, so if you haven't picked it up, you there's still light from the lantern that you can see by. But you see like a almost like torso sized clapper, and it is aglow with very fine like runes. It's kind of like a gradient, like a moving gradient, almost like a fire-like effect across these runes as it kind of
Estrella's
goes
gonna
from.
go to the ground and roll out from underneath it and said, "I lied. It's magical." There's runes on the clapper.
Yeah. It goes from like a green to orange to red kind of and back and forth. Um and Henri, you similarly, you kind of leap up on top of this thing and it's like, "Eh," and you grip it. It's like what's there's that you on an American Ninja Warrior, there's that where you grab onto the thing, although you don't
You're
quite
gonna have
get.
to hold into yeah.
Yeah, and you're able to kind of like spider. It's like difficult going because there's not really like handholds, but you're able to get just enough grip. You're a little sweaty, so that helps. Um, it sticks, right? Um, and yep. And yeah, you kind of get up to the top, and you can see that there's a large, like forearm sized chain links that attached to a massive ring kind of in the ceiling that
What's the
this
ceiling
bell
made out
swings
of?
in. Stone, feasibly, to
No, it's
hold
fine.
this
It's
up.
just I need a DM call on this.
Sure.
It's does this look like it would be very, very hard to kind of like cut through, maim through, beat through any part of this? Because the description is kind of like, unless I've got something very specifically to deal with thick pieces of metal, nothing's gonna work.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Like if you add proper tools or spells, you could probably do something, but yeah, without such things, the avenue of attack of unless you destroy the building, you're not going to
Still on the
bring the
table.
bell itself down.
I do
So
have a hammer.
is the chain just hanging from the ceiling, or is it, like, through a loop and then it's, like, tied off somewhere?
Yeah, there's like a ring that's attached somehow to the ceiling that the chain is kind of like soldered, right? Like
Gotcha.
mechanically attached to the ring. So like the last link goes around the ring like a link, and then the ring is attached feasibly to stone or to a timber in the roof.
Um, Henri will kind of using the power of brain thoughts that have he linked to Astray earlier, be like, I do not know what I can do here, but I'm going to give it a shot. Perhaps wrap the
Mm,
clapper in a bedroll or something?
maybe instead of attacking the chain, you attack the ceiling.
Uh, he is literally going into his pouch and pulling out a hammer and a crowbar. Like, yes, that is the plan. We will see how it goes.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
I mean, I have a hammer and a
Uh,
crowbar too, but I probably won't do much help with my negative force.
And he is quite literally, apparently with guidance now, going to take a shot at crowbar, hammer, into like the base of where the ring attaches to the ceiling
Mhm.
and see if he can't just makes any give there just to see if it's possible.
Okay. So here's how we'll do this. I am going to
Destroy us.
assign a number thus. Um, that number is 2. Um, so give me a this wood.
I'm a be 100% real with you, dog. I ain't got a bloody tool proficiency.
Oh, no, yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Just trying to give me a straight strength roll.
while
Right.
he's doing that, can I ritual cast detect magic? I'm sure this whole thing is gonna take a little while. Um,
Yeah, 100%.
You
so
do
Takes
notice in the corner, Estrella's like dropping the rope and like taking off her backpack because with that hit to her strength, she is over carrying capacity.
oh, you guys pay attention to that? Oh man.
I do pay attention to encumbrance,
and
yes.
that's ritual casting is 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm
Okay,
just sitting there trying to think of what I have and what I can do, and maybe if I find out what kind of magic it is,
sure.
maybe we can do something with it. I don't know. I don't have
Okay,
dispel. I don't have dispel magic.
While
no
they're doing
worries.
that, Estrella's gonna sit down and start a short rest and hopefully get through it.
Uh, okay,
You
okay.
you kind
Boy,
of hear you kind of
boy.
hear Henri going, did you wrap the clapper?
Oh, she pulls out her bedroll. I have a bedroll. I don't have a bedroll.
It,
I do.
blue. It's
Okay,
in the
I will take
standard.
her bedroll and wrap it
Did
around the
did you
clapper.
did you take a pack?
With the pack that I took for my background, it does not have a bedroll.
There is not a bedroll in the that pack that because I have the same one. Holy shit. Holy
The
shit.
things that you learn when you really need the thing,
Right?
but somebody has something to wrap it. So
The
yeah,
I
rope.
mean,
You
you're
can
able
wrap
to
technically, I
the
you
rope.
have the 50 feet of rope I just dropped on the ground.
And Henri's 50 feet is down there too. So
So I'll wrap it in the rope without touching it.
it's like a weird Japanese bondage porno.
ooh.
I'm practicing shibari knots.
Yes. Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
it's
just gonna
important to practice
I'm just gonna
shit.
keep casting. I'm just gonna keep casting detect magic.
All right.
But I'll wrap the
What did
clapper
you
and then
get
start a short
on
rest.
me?
15.
A 15. Okay. So you spend like 5 minutes and you're kind of working at this, chiseling and prying away. And you can see as you're working that this is obviously this entire structure has been here for a long time. You're not really sure, that's not your area of purview, um, but it's old. You can see as you're working this that like rust is flaking off and you're getting some there's some chunks coming out and things like that. Um, give me another roll.
Another strength through Rolu.
Yes, sir.
Woohoo! Natural 19 plus 4 for a total of
Oh yeah.
23.
Nice.
As Selma finishes her spell, and you're casting identify on like
No, it's just detect magic.
oh, I'm sorry, detect magic. Yeah,
Yeah,
you so yeah, you see the things on everyone's person that is magical kind of light up. Um uh I'm trying to remember. Have you cast detect magic on the party
oh yes,
before?
I have notes
Okay.
taken on what everybody's
Okay.
magical shit is. Don't worry.
So you see, yeah, you see all of that stuff. And yeah, you see a glow of mm,
Murder.
probably of abjuration and transmutation um coming from beneath the bell where the clapper is, right? You're
Okay.
able to detect that.
Oh, from the clapper.
Yeah.
Yes, the clapper has runes on it and it glows. Even without detect magic.
I'm gonna flutter up to Henri and say, "You're gonna hate this, but I don't think the bell itself is magic."
Henri is literally like,
As you say that, Henri gives the last grunt, and there is like a resounding, like a thunderclap, as this rusted old link just snaps, and the bell comes down. Now here's what we're gonna do.
I'm really very
I'm
scared
gonna
about
roll a d20, and depending on what I roll, if I roll
how
if I
secure is this
roll
floor.
if I roll a 12, if I roll a 13 or better, the bell's gonna go through the floor.
That's what I just thought of as it happened. I went, "I hope, I
I already
wonder."
thought about that.
And
It's okay.
Henri's gonna ride this thing down like fucking Dr. Strangelove.
Yeehaw!
Oh no, poor Stray, she's on the floor.
I'm in the corner though. I went back in the
Yeah, I
corner.
don't know if that's gonna
Yeah.
help.
The bell drops. Henri, there is like you're prepared for it, but there is a sickening lurch as it's like the slow drop. There's like the link pops and then it's like squeeze out, drop, and then boom, and it drops. And everyone will need to make a wisdom save as the bell hits the floor that you're on, and there is some cracking in the floor, but it does not go through. I rolled a fucking 12.
Ha! So close. So close. I rolled double 17s.
Okay.
Oh,
22.
right, I have advantage. Thank God for advantage. With advantage, it's 4. Originally, I rolled a
4.
1.
Okay. Um
This dice is going
Astray,
to dice jail.
you are deafened and silenced.
Oh
In my
shit, you have a little
head,
icon over your head that yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
3 dots.
Yeah.
I try to talk and I can tell nothing's happening, and in my head I say, "Henri, I think I'm in
Yeah,
trouble."
you are you are shook.
I have a
Henri will look
question.
over and it's like, "I see you. It's okay." And like, he's hold on, what's my deck? His dex is a 12, so he can reasonably like
Oh, and
slide
that
off the
probably
bell.
also took the light out with it. My hooded lantern is probably underneath the bell.
I
Under the
was
bell.
I was gonna ask, is it blocking the staircase?
It is not. So the bell kind of takes up
I didn't know if I didn't know if the
So
staircase was, like,
Henri is
right
like
in the middle.
here, kind of on top of the bell, and the bell is kind of that the 4 squares where Henri is. And then the staircase is in this the top right corner.
Okay.
And you can see too that there is a ladder. There is a ladder up to the roof above you. I should have described that before, kind of in this bottom the corner by where you came up on the rope. But yeah, the stairway and the
Oh,
floor
where the
is
trapdoor
not
is?
blocked. Yeah.
Henri still says, "I can see you. You look okay." As he kind of slides down, lands, like comes right up to Astray and goes, waves a hand at her.
In her head, she says, "I can see you," and she also says that out loud, but nothing comes out. I can't hear anything, and I'm pretty sure I'm not talking in real.
You are not. Um, we should get to the top floor to see in case anyone comes to investigate that. Followed by saying that out loud to Selma. Selma, we should go up the next level.
Okay.
And
Um,
Henri literally just picks up Astray, like sack of flour over the shoulder, and goes for the ladder up to the next floor.
And you had dropped a number of things. Is that's correct, Astray?
My backpack is on the ground and the rope is still around the clapper.
Okay.
oh boy, I'll follow after Henri, but I will say as we go, I just wanted to let you know that it's not the bell isn't. I don't think the bell is magical technically, but the clapper has the runes on it, and the clapper is definitely magical.
Yes.
So maybe we should chisel out some of those runes.
Climb, 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 climb. Set down Astray. Look over at Selma, who I imagine is kind of tinkerbelling at this distance.
She
Like,
I do think just generally speaking, she has a habit of like flying to stay eye level with people and
Mm,
just kind of goes where she needs to be.
that's
Not
it.
because yeah.
And he just looks over and goes, I know. We're going to
Oh,
see what happens. First, we have to worry about if how much attention we just brought, and just up, rolls away from the hole that the ladder was in.
all right. So yeah, you're now on the roof. On the
The
actual
roof,
image of the map,
the roof.
the roof,
right.
the roof ain't on fire yet.
Yet,
Um,
You will see.
and yeah, I think as you have correctly guessed, Henri, um, you see two more shadow shapes kind of move out from the stairway into the room with the belfry, as it were. Another thing that you notice is that there is a sort of brightening, angry, kind of dark purplish light coming from the stairway. What do you do?
Henri's going to draw his sword. He'll
Mm,
just kind of wait. He's like, basically, he is in held action. So if one of those shadows comes up,
mhm.
which just to ask out loud, could he sense those shadows with blind sight?
Oh boy, that's a
'Cause my,
fucking
my
ridiculous
hooded
question.
lantern is underneath the bell.
My
Yeah,
assumption is yes, because blind sight lets you sense anything.
yeah, yeah, because they are. Yeah, they don't have while they are amorphous, they are not incorporeal or whatever.
And I imagine
Yeah.
that they look in his weird spatial sense. I imagine they look fucking like full on like Nazgul on Shadow on Weathertop when he puts on the ring. When Frodo has the ring on, and it's just like I
Bleed, yeah,
imagine
the
they're even
shadows like
crazier.
bleeding off of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's fine. The point is he can see them, and it's action held as if one of those comes up the ladder, they're getting it to the face.
sure. Um, did I just roll?
In her head, Astray says to Henri, "I need magical daggers."
And you actually hear Henri say back, "If it comes to it, the red sickle is in my pack, and you can use it without contacting its magic. And it's still a magical weapon."
Good to know.
I can't hear this conversation. Never
No, you
mind.
No.
can't.
It's a one-way conversation. You're not a part of it.
Telepathy makes shit weird.
One of the forms, in proper form, as I have rolled fairly good, is going to move towards and begins rising up the ladder.
I would
It's
like
like
to
a
pop.
weird. It's like a weird. You're not sure if it's crawling up the ladder. It's super
Or
weird.
just floating up, or
Yeah.
Point is, I'm gonna try and hit it in the fucking face.
as soon
Yeah.
as a stray feels him move, she's going to try and grab the red sickle out of his pack.
Okay.
Which I
So
imagine, given the length, it's actually like sticking out the tail.
yeah,
Right.
because yeah, it is a sickle sword, so it's more than a sickle. Yeah. So yeah. Henri, give me a advantaged um attack roll, please.
I am
So
proficient with sickles though, so I can use it at proficiency.
sick, yo, sick. Um, Natural 15, total of 22 to hit, 10 points of damage.
Yeah. Um, you slice into it. Your magical weapon biting deep, but it is not.
Undone.
It is not unmade. Um, and Selma, what would you like to do?
Golly. Um,
I'm just gonna
we
go
don't seem to
around.
be. Yeah, we don't seem to be in combat yet, right?
Well, we're in combat. I'm just gonna kind of go around instead of whipping up initiatively, if that's okay.
Yeah,
We
please.
can roll initiative if you want, but I was just gonna go around.
Um,
You can hit it with your stick.
I can hit it with my stick. Do I have this as a? I just need to see what if I can access this without wild shaping. I don't think I can. Oh no, I can just do this 2 times. All right, cool. As it comes up, I'm gonna hit it with a guiding bolt. I'm gonna try to hit it with a guiding bolt.
It was a guiding bolt.
It's it. It's. I just can't remember how guiding bolt works. I have to
No
make
one
an
can.
attack roll. Attack roll. That's how it is. It's an attack roll. +5. Okay, cool. Ooh, not my best roll. That's not so bad actually. Uh, 9 is a 9. Could I use a maker's coin? No, I don't want to use that yet. I rolled a 9.
So yeah, okay. Yeah, so that will miss.
I'm sorry.
That will miss. Yeah.
All right. A beam of light goes shooting past it into the darkness.
I attack the darkness.
I want some Mountain Dew.
Thankfully, that's
Yeah.
just a feature. That's just a feature. I can just do that twice. So
Oh yeah. Astray.
She's going to pull this sickle out, very awkwardly hold it, and realize this is a strength-based weapon.
Is it light?
Uh,
It's in your
it
character
it's
sheet, Michael.
considered light. I pulled up a regular sickle.
If it's light, you can use your. Oh no, it's finesse. Is it
Yeah,
finesse or
this one,
light
yeah,
now?
this one, well, it's
It's finesse that
it's
you can use dexterity for.
just so you gotta just look at it. I don't remember what it is.
It's simple and light. Those are its properties.
Right, for the but this is yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is in fact simple and light.
So she's gonna try and take a swing, but it's
Okay.
gonna be a -2, and then the damage is 1d4 -4.
To a minimum of
No
1. But it is 2d4. It does
2?
2d4.
Okay,
Hang on, let me make sure that yep, yeah, it is 2d4 damage.
okay. Well, that's a
because it's
3 to hit, so I don't think that's gonna.
yeah. Yeah, it's an unfamiliar weapon, and, in your kind of desperate swing, it kind of goes wide.
At least it wasn't a -1 and I didn't hit Henri.
That's good.
I mean, that's also true. That's also true. Henri, this shadow is going to, attempt to give you the business.
I don't want the business.
Well, good because he rolled a fucking 5, so,
That yeah.
uh, the only business he gives you is nothing. No business. It's
Aha! I
No,
will
closed.
not have any of your
yes.
business, my
The
friend.
drive-through is closed.
The
Um,
muffin shop is closed.
it's and, in prime, choke point fashion, the other shadow bunches up against this shadow because they can't fly. It can move through a space as wide as one way. I guess it could. You know what? The other one, it
Rises.
yeah, it rises. It's gonna attack you.
It's like heat. It rises.
Um, however, that's funny. He rolled a 6, so he also doesn't give you any business. Um, back to you, my friend.
Then I will, as appropriate, I feel, give the one I already struck the business.
Yeah, I mean
We're now just trading business cards.
it's only proper.
Do I still get the advantages?
Um, I will continue to give you advantage. Originally, I was giving you advantage because he wasn't expecting it, but now I'm going to give you advantage because you have the high ground, and that just seems appropriate.
I'm gonna cut his legs off. Um, does an 18 hit him?
Yep.
Does 12 points of damage cut his legs off?
Yep. And his left arm and most of his head.
I will, in his mind, yell to him that he was supposed to be the chosen one as he disapparates.
You are the shadow of the chosen one.
Oh, okay. Whew. That that was a murderous giggle. Um,
Uh,
and that's all I've got.
okay. Um, Selma, right? Was it back
Yep.
to you? Sure. It's back
I
to you.
think it's still up, right? Yeah, and yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, one is
I'll
dead, and there is
f
one more there, and it's kind of in that space in front of Henri.
alright,
I didn't put it on the map, but that's okay.
I'll just sort of float over to this side, I guess, a little bit and beat it with my stick.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, hit that motherfucker with a stick.
Give
Where
me
is
that whooping stick.
actions, spells.
Beat that boy with a bat. Bat.
Yeah, 18.
Hit that motherfucker.
I
Yeah,
bet
that's
that
gonna do it.
I bet that hits.
It's gonna do it real good.
Ooh, 10 damage. 10 bludgeoning damage.
Magically
Yeah,
bludgeoning. Magically
that was
blungelicious.
yeah, you hit it so hard that you can see some pieces of shadow leave it. It's like as it's spitting out its shadow teeth.
Shadow teeth go flying.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
I
shit,
a
the
want
shadow
stray.
shadow
teeth.
teeth now.
What would you like to do, Astray?
It's on my chest.
She's gonna not drop the sickle because
Yeah.
that could be bad. But kind of like stick it. No. She's gonna put it in her offhand and grab out a regular dagger and stab.
Okay.
Even though it's not magical, at least she can fucking do something with it. I don't think an eight's gonna.
You are correct.
My
An
dice
eight
are
is
failing me at this moment.
an eight is not gonna hit it. Selma, What's your strength at?
Oh shit. Um, uh, 5.
5. Okay. Okay.
A straight gets hit with
You
food.
fucking careened this son of a bitch, so it does not like you. However, um, I rolled a 3, so what it likes, it doesn't matter, right?
It's
Thank God. Thank
its
God.
wants are
Yeah,
irrelevant.
yeah. It swipes at you with its shadow claws, and you flit out of the way. You can feel the necrotic energy of these things as it's realistically it's probably like a foot from your face because you it rolled so bad. Um, and Henri.
I'm a also try to punch this guy in the face with a sword because man,
And
I don't
I'll
like him hitting my friends.
and I'll give you advantage because we can say that you are flanking it with Selma.
You might almost say that the three of us have hopped up on this and we're laying the smack down.
Yeah,
I guess
stomping a mud
I'm
hole and
technically
walking
I
it
was,
dry.
like, right behind Henri, so I guess I should move where I was.
Oh, it's fine. I just imagine you like standing between his legs and just, yeah, yeah. 23 to hit
Yeah, yeah.
for 10 points of damage.
Jesus.
Hey.
Yeah, you cut this boy down. Again, a ripping, a tearing, a shadow becoming shadow, and they are no more.
Eh.
Astray
I,
is gonna grab the sickle and hand it back to Henri and say, "Okay, you should rewrap this. I'm not strong enough for this."
You are having an off day. Yep. Um,
Did that di I said that out loud, I did not say it in my head. Did he hear me?
no.
Slurpee,
I
what are
then
you
repeated in my head, and then you
he says your head, we're having an off day. Um, Selma
Yes.
said you saw a portal down there. Yes? An
It
arch?
was on the, yeah, it was in the 2nd floor, and those shadows, I guess, were coming out of it. I think that's where they're coming from.
Should deal with that. And looks
Astray's
to
just gonna sit
Astray.
down and be sad that she can't hear what there's
Look to Astray and goes, there was a portal, an archway on the 2nd floor down those steps that had the shadows coming out of it. We should deal with that. Are you able
Um,
to? And then says out loud to Selma, are you able to
able to do what? I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not
deal
hurt
with
or anything, I just can't hear shit today.
I mean, I can definitely fix some people up if I have to.
It's just my
Uh,
strength. I'm fine otherwise.
yeah, I'm
well,
not
So
doing
weak.
so. Um, and she says, I do think that I'm sorry, I was looking up the schools of magic that you mentioned, so I was like, what do these things do? Um, she just sort of looks around and like, I don't know. Um, the magic on the clapper is transmutation and abjuration. Um, I think so. Slurpee, shut up. I am busy.
well then we will have to see what the source is. Are you
I know.
okay with doing that? And then mentally to Astray, are you okay with going down there?
Yeah, I'll just hide between your legs and stab, I guess.
And it
She's
looks
Selma's definitely kind of
I
looking. She's
mean,
like Selma's mentally going through like the stuff she's capable of and is like, I don't know what I can do about that portal. I mean, I know a fair bit about magic, but oh boy, I don't know.
I
I
just brought
mostly
down a bell with a crowbar and a hammer. We can figure something out. We also, if we look, we may see what is causing it. Perhaps there is something further within that is the source.
Hey,
It is a risk. That is why I am asking if you're okay doing this.
yeah, yeah, I think I'm okay. A little worried about how weak I feel. Um,
I am as well.
As you look down at a stray and she's basically a skeleton in this.
Just I stripped down to my underwear because I can't carry my clothes.
I mean, I'm at if what is a 10 and 11 is like a your
Normal.
normal person.
Yeah,
Oh boy, yeah.
Too.
like a
I
like a
mean,
you're like a 5-year-old boy.
I'm doing better than a stray, but a
I'm
5
like
is
a baby.
This is the player going out of character. Look, this is a serious fucking risk because one hit could take out either of you, and a couple of hits will. Because Henri has strength, and if he doesn't have strength, it's going to be a bad day. Because he doesn't have anything else yet. Are you okay with going down there, or do you guys want to fall back?
um oh
Okay,
boy.
that's what cats do.
I feel like at the very least we should do something about the clapper and just make
I don't think we can
sure.
get to the clapper now though because it's on the floor and that's a heavy fucking bell.
Do we think should
I
we maybe
got rid
wait?
of my rope in my inventory because I'm pretty sure I'm not getting that back.
Yeah.
Can we like wait a few minutes and see if the bell tolls again? I'm just for some reason concerned that it might keep tolling regardless of
Out
being
of
up or not.
character. If it keeps tolling, we're in the same position as if we go down there because this shit will keep happening.
I know,
So,
that's what I mean. So
well, no, no,
I
no.
just
We will still need to
wonder if
retreat at that point. Like, either we're gonna go down now, or we need to retreat regardless of what else happens.
I will
yeah.
tell you this so that we are upfront about how the choices are. Um, Different things will happen whether you go or don't go right now. Certain avenues may be closed off. Um, at least for now. Should you not go now, certain information may be further obscured. Um, on the other hand, you know, there may be a physical risk at some point, which of course you are right to be worried about. Um, so there are kind of those options, if that makes sense. I don't want to be too direct, but
I'm saying me and Henri are ready to go,
yeah.
but I'm not the ones who are one or two hits away from death. So if you guys don't want to go, say so now, please.
I mean, I'll go, but I'll hide behind you so that none of them try to hit me. Because if I
You should be
lose
doing
any
that
more
anyway.
strength, I'm dead.
I mean, I have what's it called? I have all 3 of my spell slots left. I have one more and the power of flight, and I still have one more wild shape left in me, which means I
So,
can do quite a bit of healing if need be, but that doesn't stop the strength.
well, no, or you can pop back into pound them with guiding light form as well, and that's going to be
Yes.
fucking crucial. So what
Well,
we're
and
saying is,
you can swap your into a wild shape now. This is me out of character because you can't fucking hear anything astray.
Yeah, well, I
But
don't
then
wanna
if your
go
strength is
into
hit, it's hit as the animal and not as you.
this well, even just that well, I can do wild shape as an animal. Yeah, animal, that's right.
or
And then
she
I
could
also
do it
have
as the constellation form.
I
Yeah.
think
I'm just saying that
The
regardless, I think that because it's the physical attributes that become that of the creature, and then it's your mental acuity that comes over.
crucial
yeah.
tactical Michael talking, which Henri is actually capable of explicating and will. Look, if
100%.
you stay behind Henri and you stay behind and our assault from behind, and if Selma stays up in the rafters where they can't get to her, or at least in the middle of open space where they can't get her, and just lights them up with shit, we stand a reasonably good chance.
Yeah,
But we have to play it like that.
yeah, I think that's I think that's what we gotta do. I agree, and yeah, I think someone's gonna go, "Yeah, I say let's do it."
Okay, I'm into it.
All right. And then
So,
Henri essentially just looks at you, Astray, and in your head, here's the you will stay behind me. You attack on the skirmishes. You fall back behind me. Looks at Selma and says out loud, you stay high. You stay out of their reach. You do everything you can to pepper them with magic.
Trying to
Savvy?
see how yes, absolutely. Sorry, how long do, well, what is it the oh, I can stay in wild shape for an hour, I guess.
Oh
for an
yeah,
hour.
it's fucking great. And the thing I will say is it suddenly seems like Henri has done this a million times, like spitting out tactics, organizing people,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Okay, let's do this."
Slurpee, I have nothing for you. I've given you I have given you treats.
I've
I
given
have
you
Only
given
everything,
sadness.
cat.
I've given you everything I have. What do you want from me? You want
Yell
my
at you.
what? He's sitting behind me looking into the mirror, just meow.
Who is this motherfucker?
I'm like, "What? What?" I've picked him up. I've thrown toys. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what else to do.
Okay,
I've fed him. I've given him treats. He's on his own. Sorry.
It's
it's
okay.
quite all right. So I'm gonna move you all around real quick. So Henri, you and Astray begin to make your way down this kind of spiral staircase.
You begin the
And
descent, if you will.
yeah, and I think maybe unlike on the map, right? It's kind of a closed staircase, and I think in the intermediate time between building and now, that a lot of the kind of closed part of the staircase is now kind of broken and open. So as you kind of begin to descend, you can, as you come down into the belfry again, you can see, all of you can see that kind of yucky purple light is kind of glowing up from the um the stairwell. And as you make your way down the stairwell at first, you kind of reach the point where you see this essentially two-story height space. You can see a broken door, like a kind of a large broken door here, um, partially ajar. You can kind of a little bit see into the main chapel area, but mostly your eye is taken up by the sight of this kind of odd archway that it looks out of, like, architecturally, right? It looks out of place. This archway looks like like a nice English garden, like high Victorian, like I want to say trellis arch. I don't know if that's, there's like
Following, yeah.
vines. Yeah, there's like vines and ivy over it. Um, it appears perhaps to be a combination of like stone and wood. Um, and there is this kind of pulsing black and purple light, and you can see through the archway. um and you can kind of see on the edge of this light, you can see, like the ruins around you. But as you get to the kind of to the center, you can see um a verdant green expanse of forest, massive trees, and large club moss.
Does it look familiar to any of us?
Reminds me of my youth spent in Bulgaria.
When I vacationed in Bulgaria as a 6-year-old back in 1927. Um, Selma, give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Give us
Jesus.
the charisma.
Oh, not great. With my with my modifier? 4.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, the two of you, the first two of you, it's fucking weird. It's odd. It doesn't,
Fit.
you don't know what to make of it, right? It doesn't fit. Selma, you fly down and like same, right? It's there's a weird forest through this archway. Um and it's that was a very low roll. I was not expecting a roll like that.
I don't know what
Um
I don't because with the charisma saving throws for that, I never remember if low is good or bad.
No one knows.
that's fair. I To be fair, I usually forget and I make a decision before the roll happens, so
Right.
um but yeah, you as you descend the stairs, Henri and Astray, um the as you're kind of moving, the pulse of this light is kind of getting more frequent, like the frequency of the waves of kind of the edge of the light are is going is going up. So there's more waves. I think that's correct. Yeah, it looks angry.
Oh, it's an angry portal.
It's an angry light. Um and yeah, so let's say you you come uh you reach the bottom and you don't uh you cast about and you see no shadows that aren't supposed to be there. No bad shadows. Um
Just normal shadows.
yeah, and the light is pulsing brighter
Dance
and
of
you can
light.
see that this whatever this forest is must be absolutely gargantuan, like beyond like the redwood forest, right? Beyond Endor.
It's the
Like
biggest forest any of us have ever seen.
these trees are mammoth. Um Selma, how are you like kind of walk me through your path down, your approach.
I'm keeping maybe up and behind Henri.
Okay.
So that, or I'm probably just kind of hovering above both of them, so that I'm, I got some sight. Maybe I can see if stuff are coming.
Okay.
But
Hopefully
as
some sight beyond sight.
yes, but as a druid, I do think I am fascinated and intrigued by the forest. I mean,
Hmm.
I do think I'm keeping an eye on that specifically because I saw shadows come out of it earlier. I think I did. Um, but yeah, she's definitely looking into it, and it looks beautiful. It looks very cozy and homey because I like trees. I
It,
do like
it
trees.
it does. And as you kind of consider that, the three of you see that the light from Selma's lantern is kind of slowly, like almost in slow motion, like streaming towards this portal, this archway,
I
and the
kind of
darkness, right?
It
And the light.
undulates.
The
I do think
undulating
I
darkness.
do think she
Yep.
notices that and is like, "No, no, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Stop that. Stop.
And
Don't do
as
that."
yeah, as you're willing your lantern to knock it the fuck off, the two touch, and there is a rush of wind and kind of a flash of light, and the three of you find yourself at the base of a number of like 40-foot diameter trees towering above you, a stone archway in the roots of a tree behind you, and you find yourself in whatever the name of this fucking world is that as I'm supposed to know right now, uh, what it's
I mean,
called.
Well,
we
we don't
wouldn't know the
know.
name of it.
I
We
know,
don't know.
but that's fair. We've talked about it.
It's Endor.
The undulating
Duh.
darkness was flatulent and it blew us through the
Uh,
portal.
uh,
So
Arrowwind.
you
We know as players, it's Arrowwind, right? You find yourself in this
Okay.
massive forest. And I don't know. That feels like a good place. A good place to end for the day.
Yeah, it fucking does.
Ah! I love the idea that you
Now
guys
tell
just
me,
heard
did
some
we sufficiently deal with the bell that we get the tick marks?
Oh, I don't think we're done yet, honey.
Oh, I love that you guys just heard me, like, whisper yelling at my lantern, and then suddenly we were in trees.
That
I
all
will
tracks. That's on point.
Yeah, I will say this, because initially my thought process for how things were going to go were different based on other things. So
You didn't expect us to do things Aussie style, did you?
no, 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 there's nothing to do with that. It's just the other thing that is happening. So before next session, it would behoove you individually to level up to third level.
Yes,
Um,
baby!
You are
So
a
and
it's so
kind and
um,
benevolent DM.
kind, benevolent ruler.
yes, um, and what the who the fuck? What the fuck is this in Twitch chat?
It was somebody that popped
I don't
in,
know
dumped
what's going
that,
on.
and went on his way.
Jesus. Well, yeah.
Hey,
So
they gave us a mead fact, and that's
What?
okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
we got mead facts. I'm okay with mead facts.
level yourselves up to level 3. Um, some of you will get to make your dope choices,
I have made my dumb choices.
and
I think I just get spells or spell slots because I got
yeah,
my,
'cause
stuff at
Druid's
level
a
2,
level
so
1. Yeah.
yeah.
I get
Hey,
whispers of
18!
the dead and wails from the grave.
Ooh, I got 18 hit points now, baby! Instead of
Oh yeah,
13.
that's
It
a
was real
that's a good
rough
jump.
there. It's a really nice jump.
Um,
I let D&D Beyond do it by itself, so I'm always very excited when it's not shitty.
hell yeah. So
I have
yeah,
such things to show you.
I got second
everyone,
level.
thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. If you're live on Twitch, thank you. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube or on Twitch, yeah, thank you. You can, as always, support us by liking, subscribing, following, whatever
Destroying.
those things, destroying, buying merch, going to Ko-fi, and those sorts of things. I have been your dungeon master, My name is Chad. You can find me on Twitter as RealCMG. Um, and my friends would like to tell you about themselves, starting with Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm Darth Realish all over the internet. I have been your tactical assault undead tonight. And you can find me here like 5 nights a week. And then you can find me on Exclusive Corpse Presents on Saturday night. Because we come back this week, as long as nothing else goes horribly wrong in the world.
Yeah. Allison. Or
I'm
TV.
Allison. You can, yeah, TV. Yeah, we're working on that. I changed it partly so I would start using it. um, there's a
That's
story there.
real.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm TV Feral. You can find me on Twitter at TV Feral, and over on Exquisite Corpse, as Riot Goodfellow, and also as Ava Move, the embodiment of grief. And other things to come. And then here on R&R on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Hell
As a
yeah.
as a variety of fun and entertaining ladies and gentlemen.
And of course, Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael. I have been Henri. Your murder hobo. Like, damn, I fighted real hard in there tonight. And will fight it even more in the future. The important part is you can find me on the tweeters at Valkyrie Bait. It's mostly retweeting weird either heathen stuff or nerd shit in general or gaming stuff. But if any of that is your sweet content spot, I will be signal boosting the hell out of things, and occasionally I might say something. We'll see. Who knows? This is the only place I appear on the internet right now. Who knows what will happen in the future? It's an undiscovered country, I'm told. Um, you guys have all been great. This was amazing and something I really needed this Thursday. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah. You can enjoy additional content from us here at R&R tomorrow. Somnomic Steri is continues to get wet and wild. It's Kristen's Cyberpunk game at 7 p.m. All the following times are going to be Pacific Standard Time, as I'm sure you are used to by now. Madness takes Artena on Monday at 5:30. Kristen's D&D game. Watercolor Wizardry back at it. Maria's doing art of, I
On the
believe,
McSterai
some
of
non-XDRI
Obscura.
characters right now. Obscura's, that's gonna be cool. And then Maria's D&D game, Misguided Magic, all fem, all insanity. It's fucking glorious. At 5:30. Chaos Commentary should be super
4:30 for
rad this
Misguided.
week.
Sorry.
Sorry, what?
4:30 for Misguided.
What did I say?
5:30.
Oh, apologies. It is 4:30. Yes, as you just said. Wednesday, Chaos Commentary. We have special guests Ty and Aaron from Adventure Slang Productions. Kat and Kristen are going to talk to them. It's going to be super cool. That's at 6 p.m. And then right back here again for At the Threshold next Thursday. We're going to find out what's going on, where are we, what are we doing, and a special heads up on the 1st of October, which is a Saturday, at a time, I wrote it down and I don't remember what it was, but at a time that we'll post about, I will be running a Dragonbane, which is at 3 p.m. Pacific. I will be running Dragonbane, which is the new free league Kickstarter, which just ended today. But it's a kind of a fantasy RPG that's been going around in Sweden for a number of years and is now making its way into the English market.
There's a
I'm
Dutch
Since
super stoked.
1985.
Holy
Wow.
shit!
That
Since night,
is,
yeah, that's a wow. Yeah,
yeah, no,
it's going to be
it's a
super
hell of a
fun. We've
run.
got We've got Michael and Kristen, Christian, aka Bleak Season, and Beth, who is one of the players in Misguided
Misguided.
Magic,
Yes, Beth is
and
love. Miss
Mr.
Beth.
Mephisto.
Mr. Mephisto from the Discord
Hey,
are all
Excited
going
to
to be
see that.
joining me
very
to play.
exciting.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. So join us for that as well. But yeah, that's it for us for the evening. My friends, stay frosty, enjoy yourselves, and
I
good
wish
night.
I was frosty. It's hot here.
Woohoo.